Hi. If Batman can come from the Bat Cave, I can come from the Man Cave. Listen, I want to be honest. I have to make videos that either fix my screw ups or when things change, to be honest. To be honest, because I think the main reason people watch me is to watch my gray hair grow. My 9-year-old who shaves my head is on strike. Listen, I did a video on the plumbing company that tried to screw me. You know, when I was in construction, we said the plumbers only needed to know two things. One, shit runs downhill. Two, payday is Friday. That's all a plumber needs to know. Now, I know you few plumbers who have commented will be pissed that I said that. But I want to be honest, okay? I made the video that this company, plumbing company, unnamed, and I'm going to keep them unnamed because they have acquiesced. Now, here's what happened. I have this punch card, and if you get 10 punches, you get $1,000 free labor in plumbing. Well, you only need over $500 to get 3 punches. So I had 500, 500, 500. I had 9 punches. Well, I didn't have the 10th punch. And I talked to Chris. Asshole Chris. He knows who he is. I don't need to give you his name, okay? And he said, well, you don't have 10 punches. You have 9. So you don't get the $1,000. I said, listen, why don't you come out? What is your basic charge? He said, $59. I said, why don't you come out and go in my living room and look out the window and see my view and charge me $59. He said, well, is your view broken? I go, no, I'll trade you $59 for $1,000. He says, well, you canceled a $4,000 contract with us. I said, yeah, I did. I don't need a new air conditioner. My other one seems to be working. And he said, well, that means that you only have the 9 punches. I said, okay, let's do the 10th punch with a $59 charge. Come out and look at my sink. Look at my air conditioner. Whatever you have to do for $59. So I have to talk to my manager. Now, I'm telling you, I smell Mormon missionaries like baby shit yellow diapers. Which I've had a lot of baby shit diapers with 14 kids. Well, he says, don't you believe in obeying the rules? I go, no. I'm bipolar, you damn ass. Were you assistant to the mission president? Can't you make a decent decision when a customer spends over $10,000 with you? What the hell is $59? Well, you have to learn to obey the rules. So now I'm in a bishop's interview. Okay, I know this guy is off of his mission less than 2 years. And I know he must be a relative or a son of the owner. And this is a Mormon company. I found that out because of the way they treat me. So I'll have to talk to Randy. So that's the mission president. So I said, okay, you give me a call back when we can both get into the celestial kingdom. I think you're a returned missionary and a total ass. You've got no common sense. Well, anyway, he doesn't call back. The Mormons, they're not used to confrontation. Oh, I forgot to tell you, in the conversation, he said, we're not going to make an exception. And I said, can you spell attorney? And I'll tell you, the Mormons shouldn't be scared, but they are. They are. When you threaten to sue a Mormon, they roll over, even in their graves, and give you what you want. I don't know why, because they own the judicial system. It's the cost, I guess, of fighting it, because they know they're going to win, and I know I'm going to lose. So anyway, I get a call back, and I get it now from the supervisor. And the supervisor says to me, well, Chris seems to have some miscommunication. I go, no, it's not miscommunication. It's lack of communication and common sense. And he said, well, I'm the boss, and I just think you need that 10th punch. And I said, no problem. I'm willing to obey the rules. What can you do for the 10th punch? He says, well, we can come out and clean your drains. I said, all right, come out and clean the drains. $139. Right. Well, Chris said to me, $59 is not going to do it. Randy said, well, Randy's the bishop, Randy's the mission president, Randy's the stake president, and this guy is a monkey. He just bows his head and says, David, no, we're not going to do it. Well, anyway, the short story long, the boss calls back and he goes, we're fucked up. I know, but I'm very courteous because I know how they've reported me. So anyway, they're coming out for $139 cleaning of the drain in the bathtub, because I have girls and they have hair that falls all over the place, and the bathtub is slow, just like me. Maybe the bathtub rode the little bus too. I don't know. Anyway, we got it straightened out. They're coming to put the jacuzzi in Monday, and sometime I'll have to tell you about my jacuzzi room. But anyway, and they're going to clean the drain. So I just wanted to be straight, okay? And honest, it got fixed. So I don't need to name the company. I think they went on the computer and saw my show. I don't know. But anyway, if you really need to have a Mormon change their mind, threaten to sue them, and they'll roll over like a baby. Now, let me add one more thing that is honest, okay? Because I don't want to lean a certain way and be a certain way, and when something changes, I'm quiet. That's human. Well, I'm not human. So I tell the truth. I have several videos on my shows that say to certain kids that I've had, or at least the paternity suits say they're my kids. And some of them are total assholes, so that's better than a DNA test. They're my kids. So anyway, I have one on my boy, Steven, the drug addict. He hates it when I say that, but I hate it when he takes drugs. The only thing I've ever seen on the damage of marijuana is motivation. There seems to be some good studies on those who really smoke a lot of marijuana really don't want to do a lot in life. Steve is a testament to that theory. He didn't want to do a lot in high school, so he didn't graduate. My only child that is ungraduated, but he did go and get a GED. Whatever that is. So anyway, after I told him I disowned him and he was a total asshole, I'm not leaving him anything in my will. And he knows there's not a thing. His sister called me, who I do have a relationship with, and she said, Steve needs a ride down to St. George. It's about 4 hours. Oh, the Danites now can calculate back what city I'm in. But anyway, I said, well, I'll tell you what. I'll drive Steve to Canada or the North Pole if he simply comes public and says, you know, Dad, you may not have been the best father in the world, but you tried. And you did support me, and you did help me, and when I was on drugs, you did put me in rehab, and I was an ass. I ran away. I said, if Steve wants to be honest, I'll take him anywhere. Well, I knew he'd never call in a million years. Surprise! I was wrong. Ooh. I was wrong. My lips, you know, being human, they don't say that very often. Well, Steve called me the other day, and he said, I just wanted to tell you that I'm sorry. I said, that's fine. Now, I didn't rub his nose in it, and I didn't belabor it, because I know how hard that is for Stephen to say, I'm sorry. You were right. Well, I didn't gloat in it, and I didn't, and I didn't go on and on. I just said, fine, let it be water under the bridge, and let's go forward. So, those of you who said, I'm not fit to have children, one of you said, who gave you permission to breathe? I thought, that must be a Mormon, because they're the only people I can think of that need permission to breathe, and they think of others. Well, I'm glad Steve called, but I'm also glad that I went on the internet and said, he's a damn asshole, and I've been a good father to him, and he can tell his side of the story. I've told mine. That's fair. So those of you that said that I was mean, cruel, vicious, shouldn't be able to breathe, glad my kids are not around me, so am I, most of them. You were wrong. I was right. I'm not going to be their whipping boy. I am not going to be blamed for their lack of employment, their lack of education. I was there for them. And for them to turn this around and hate me because I'm not a member of their church, they want to choose their cult over me. And they want to blame me for their lack of matriculation in life. So anyway, I just wanted to say, and I don't, rub it in that often, but a few of you, not 10, 5, have been real assholes and said, oh, you shouldn't do that to your kids. Well, let me tell you something. It worked! And if it works, it ain't broken. Don't fix it. So I'm advising parents that after you've given them 5 or 10 years to come around, screw them! You don't owe that to them. They owe to you a symbiotic relationship. You're not going to be their damn punching bag. You're not going to be the whipping boy. You're not going to be, the chauffeur and the tap dancer and shining the shoes. Those days are all gone, folks. So if kids want parents, damn it, they should act like they want parents. They should be true to their parents like the parents were to them. And for all of you bleeding hearts, Mormons, that said I was a terrible human being, you're wrong. My son and I now have a relationship because he knows I'm not going to take his shit anymore. 10 years was enough. 10 years was enough. And so I recommend to you parents whose kids are torturing you by ignoring you, by blaming you, screw them. Go on the damn video and say, let me tell you the real truth about this kid. And then the kid will see it, maybe like mine did, and go, hey, Dad's right. I was an ass, and he was a fairly good father. So anyway, there's the update on the 2 incidents, the plumbing company and my son Steve, as far as the truth. And the truth shall set you free. And it did me from resignation from the Mormon church. Thanks.